Well, after kickoff clash, obviously I was like upset. Kind of took like a few days off, like hung out with friends and didn't really think about the game too much. But when I came back, I kind of like felt the loss a little bit more and tried to grind a little bit more to get better for the next tournament.
이거에 대해서 조금 아쉬운 부분이 없지 않아 있었는데 그래도 오프라인 경기가 오랜만에 하다 보니까 충분히 그럴 수 있다라고 생각을 해서
I feel like they're pretty like nervous at that day. Like at the match, at the stage, they didn't do the play that they usually do. I mean, I was like a little bit tilted because like, yeah, there's lots of things that we could make, you know, the difference. But I feel like the kickoff clash, that offline match was like really good experience for us. So I feel like everything is an experience. Like even we make a mistake, even we made something wrong, that is all the experience, and it helps, you know, for us to go over next time.
이거를 기회로 삼아서 다음에는 좀 더 나은 경기력으로 가보자 라는 마음으로 다음 경기를 준비했던 것 같습니다.
이제 더 이상 패배는 없다 라는 느낌의 생각으로 가고 있어요.
Dallasville and the San Francisco Shock. Grudge match for the Shock here. The Shock still staying alive for as long as possible, and Finn using the Transcendence might be the final nail in the coffin. There it is.
일단 퓨얼이 그 댈러스 전에서 이제 자리아 조합을 쓰는 좀 특이한 팀이었는데 뭐 그냥 다음 메타는 뭐 투 서필 메타였으니까 그때는 그냥 개발라야겠다 생각했어요.
Oh no, Violet! Oh wait, Sam though on this echo. Oh, hang on a second. Wait, they're just kicking him. They're kicking him with the spawn. Finn just kicked Harbin all the way down the stairs.
저희가 복수를 하기 위해서 칼을 갈았기 때문에 이길 거라고 생각했어요. 당연히 이길 거라고 생각했어요.
With the play go a little bit crazy. Yes, he can. What a flick! Kilo is on the wildest time. Kilo again, just dropping heads left, right, and center. The Shock, a nice bit of sweet revenge.
I feel like we got our redemption for sure with the 3-0. I felt so good about that.
Dragon Strike around the corner. This isolates Punk, and Shock want to engage on this. They grab Flux Punk, and this will kill him, and Boston just can't catch a break.
I think the Shock, they actually want a full cap finish here, and they might have it.
He got kicked into mines.
Oh, for shame!
일단 텔렌타는 카이 때문에 좀 무서웠는데 그래도 질 것 같진 않았어요. 그냥 다시 복수 무조건 할 수 있다. 이긴다는 마인드.
I was just really focused and I wanted to beat him after taking a rough loss to him.
Kalush, his barrier, it's so low, getting pressured heavily now, but it's proper to find his way into the backline and finally get rid of Kai. Pretty good spot for Mind there. Yeah, Pulse Bomb as well, all those ultimates that have been built up by the San Francisco Shock. And that's going to be the death of the Atlanta Reign, if anything else. Made looking like he was going to be the monarch, but he's the one that tips the king. Oh dear, 99% accounting for the mayhem again. It's the same story. Close but no cigar.
Left again. Nano boost. Shockwave in trouble. That's a one-shot. Proper. Doesn't need much more than that. And neither do the rest of the San Francisco Shock. In a blink of an eye, it's done.
Like now you just have this dragon.
Oh my, that is just filthy. Jeez, proper. They're body blocking while they move the bot back. That's nasty. And then they run down finale. San Francisco know all the dirty tricks and they're not afraid to use them. How about that one, Chief? Seen that one before? See you later.
I'd say the team was excited to go to Hawaii, but always when you go to Hawaii to play a tournament, it's different than going to Hawaii for travel.
일단 하와이 처음 가는 거여서 좀 많이 기대가 됐는데 관광을 일단 못 해가지고 좀 아쉬워요.
Yeah, I was really excited to go. I've never been to Hawaii before, but I was more focused on winning the tournament. I was focused on the game.
I definitely say Kalush was really excited to go to Hawaii. Every time he was like, oh, I don't know if I can even play the game anymore. The beaches there are so nice and it's gonna be great.
The room setup they had at Hawaii was definitely like something a lot of players have never seen before, but I feel like it kind of brought like a different energy. I feel like everyone liked it more and more as the tournament went on.
So let's go ahead and take a look and see who has selected.
Yay!
Oh, would you look at that? San Francisco Shock picking the London Spitfire.
Always, I said, even like before this stage started, I said, if you go Hawaii, I'm gonna pick the Shanghai Dragons at the first.
We had 4 teams we could pick out of, but we felt like London was the most predictable, and we had scrimmed against them a lot. We had practiced against them a lot.
솔직히 거기서 뽑을 팀 중에 솔직히 좀 가장 셌던 것 같긴 해요. 솔직히 뽑기 좀 그랬는데 저희가 그냥 많이 상대해본 팀 상대하자 해서 런던을 뽑았어요.
I want to pick the Shanghai Dragons, but they said we'd rather like pick whoever we had experience before. So that's why, okay. I mean, that's on you guys, and you guys choose that. And I mean, I had a confidence, but they're like pretty hard.
Sam play from the middle of the map here. This is wacky stuff as Proper's going to have to duck back and get a health back. He's under a lot of pressure here. He gets the mini, but he has to recall out. There's Sam. He strikes again. San Francisco. Oh,
I just kind of didn't think about the first map. You know, every team can lose maps. It's not really a big deal as long as you win the series.
Shax is just struggling, but it may not matter here. Self-destruct from Kaluj. Disruptor shot thrown on the card. Hardy wasn't expecting to get caught by that at all, and it's cost him the map. Spark is there with a little bit of pressure, but not enough damage. An immortality field in play from Violet inoculates the Shock against anything unexpected, and San Francisco steal the map away.
솔직히 런던이 그 스테이지에서 좀 많이 잘해진 스테이지여가지고 조금 걱정이 되기도 했지만 그래도 하던 대로 해서 무난하게 이겼던 것 같습니다.
Proper gets an when he's looking to try and find his way to the backline. Another immortality field gets in his way, and it's Hardy. Of course, it's Hardy to stand up and find 2 key kills. Proper gets rid of Landon. He's the blade. No immortality field. It's going to be Proper. Winston over the top. Hardy under pressure, charges, no connection, the light pole was in the way. Hardy gets taken down, the biotic grenade makes it impossible to keep them in the fight. And here come the Shock, they're back with a vengeance. And they're headed on to the next round.
A long-standing rivalry between these two organizations. It's the Shanghai Dragons going up against the San Francisco Shock. Different roster on the opposite side. Shanghai Dragons widely looking the same. Now it's time for them to make battle and see who comes out on top.
C로 시작하시는 분께서 아주 이를 갈고 상하이는 무조건 이겨라. 상하이는 무조건 이겨라. 상하이 복수해 드릴게요. Okay, 약간 이런 느낌으로.
Kluge gets the hit on the lead Jagon, maybe even setting off the side of the map. Didn't quite get to catch it. Izayaki dead as well. No supports, no tank. There's the closeout.
Planner on the hunt.
Nothing.
Sled though, he might even die to his own pulse bomb.
Oh man, what a shutdown there from Violet.
We didn't have like anything crazy planned. Just go in, do what we do, and don't worry about their weird strats or anything.
Finn ushering them forward, keeping this contested. They want to end it right here, right now. Izayaki eliminated. It's an explosion of death. Kalush comes back on the Doom, cleans up 2.
I really feel like this stage is like we are like way better. I have a confidence for that, but I was not sure, you know, like before face each other, you know, everyone, you know, nobody knows.
프로스트 형이 이겨달라고 빌빌 빌길래 이겨드렸어요.
Proper with the British sniper on the left. Can this be the push from Dragons, or rather from Shock?
He's gonna look to make it happen, and there it is, Proper. Look, gets himself the 4K. Can he get the ace? He absolutely can. Void taken down. Kilo out of the fight. Someone's got to touch the cart, and nobody can. And there it is. The San Francisco Shock sweep the defending champions.
In the winners finals against the Gladiators, I felt nervous, but with that team, we're kind of always even. It's like 50-50.
These are inarguably the 2 best teams in the Western region.
Sam trying to join on Padapan. Padapan's having none of it. Shu in a little bit of trouble. Can Sam land the shot? It's only a body shot, but no follow-up. Rhino gets the nano, jumps straight to the back line. Rhino just absolutely decimates the Shock.
So we obviously won the winners finals on our side. So even though Gladi, they put up an insane performance in that winners finals, we were able to exploit some of their weaknesses.
The transcendence from Finn is going to be good. Kevster jumps in with the pulse bomb on the back line. Reiner falls, and the San Francisco Shock are just picking off the Glads one by one before they can get ults up. There are 10 seconds to go with Glad still having a transcendence in their back pocket. He has to use it for Kalush's flux, but actually they're going to use it early to try and keep themselves in engagement. No damage now for the Glads. They've only got 2 supports left. Skew gets instantly taken care of by Kilo, who jumps back around that corner, and the San Francisco Shock are now on match point.
솔직히 그때도 좀 힘든 경기였는데
The Shock are all back in spawn apart from Proper with no recall. It's no problem for the Gladiators. Overtime is here, but the Glads keep them in the series.
You know, coming in when we're down like a map and then getting taken out, and then we lose another map. It's like kind of putting a lot of pressure on my shoulders, but we pulled through towards the end.
And now he has to put himself in danger. He has the pulse bomb, throws it on the mech. That should be an instant demech, but the background, the gladiators are already dead. Kilo kills Kevster. Those overtime ticks through. The San Francisco Shock see themselves in the mid-season madness finals.
So going into the grand final, I really have a confidence that, you know, if we just don't up, we could win 100%. That's how I feel. But this time, just we up.
The beat's still going to be used. Pulse bomb in, finds Violet once more. Slips her, strikes him down. And as you say, proper slept. Bunny Astro once more gets on top of him to find the elimination. The cleanups come through, and the Gladiators persevere. The sleep dart connecting from Shu as they try to keep Ryder alive. 29 HP. He crashes through. Manages to get that boop across, and now it's just going to be Patty and Kevster versus Proper, duking it out, trying to stop this push from coming through, and they will be able to do it.
글래디 경기는 조금 원래 위너파이트 처음에 이겼을 때 좀 힘들게 느끼긴 했지만 그래도 이 정도면 다시 올라와도 이기겠다라는 마인드가 있었는데 확실히 다시 했을 때 저희가 그 하던 맵을 이기던 맵을 지고
Primal Rage from Reiner taking down a Violet. They've cleared the cart. They've gotten the push. The Gladiators, they bring this to match point.
이제 두 맵 졌을 때 좀 그래가지고 근데 다 같이 멘탈 잡고 이제 다시 가보자라는 마음에 이제 이기긴 했는데
Kevster just managed to find one, takes out Kilo, but the trade back is swift and it is brutal. The OT bleeds away and we are not done yet. The blade now coming through, jumps forward, gets on top of Shu, slices and dices him down. It looks for a little bit more, will be able to clean up Astro. Kevster gets the touch, he forces it back up to a full bar, but the cleanup comes in as Proper once more fills the kill feed.
This will be the final fight. A Shu Nano available could go on to anybody.
Mikey.
This Nano can decide.
Mikey, he's on reload, he's gonna touch! They can't do it! Not like this! Unbelievable! The Shock, they set the stage, they get so close! One more map to try to tie it up, make it a 3-3, go for the 7th and final map.
하고 나서는 너무 허무했고
마지막 돌아도 져서 너무 끝나고 좀 뭔가 그 뭐라 해야 되지? 슬프다기보다 좀 허무함? 뭔가 이 아내가 좀 공허해졌다 해야 되나? 좀 많이 슬펐어요.
지고 나서 이제 좀 많이 힘들었죠. 그냥 이제 하와이에서 이기고 모든 걸 생각하고 있었는데 지니까 그냥 쉬고 싶다 해서.
I think to come so far in the mid-season madness tournament just to take second place to the Gladiators is going to be the exact thing that this team's going to need to go to the next level. I think it's important that we get the team to kind of reset mentally, which is why it was pretty awesome that our partners at AMPM came to us with an opportunity to send the team out to a Dodgers game. You know, obviously this team is a beast inside the game, but outside the game, we just want to make sure that they're living healthy, balanced lifestyles. So getting outside of the house every once in a while to do fun stuff like this is always great. And I think it's just going to be one more thing, you know, that makes our franchise fantastic, that's going to keep our team synergy high, and that's really going to set us up for success here in the Summer Showdown.
Of course, to all the fans, we really appreciate you here on The Shock. We wouldn't be here without you.
Always appreciate for cheers for us. And I gotta be better, you know.
항상 응원해 주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you.
다음 시즌에는 더 좋은 모습으로 이제 결과를 드리도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you, cheer for shock. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for cheering us, and I want to see you guys at the offline match, and I want to hug you guys. Thank you.